What's going on YouTube? It's another voiceover. I'm going to talk about today's workout, Wednesday, August 2nd. I had squat, bench, and deadlift on deck. For squat, the variation I was doing was a 3 count descent and a 2 count pause. I had to work up to a top single at RPE 7 and then some back downs, 3 sets of 8. So my top set today was 200 kilos, which you're about to see. Felt pretty good. I've been having some back issues since last Monday. My back was really tight, so I'm really happy to hit this number. Actually, last week I couldn't even unrack one plate without feeling pain. So with the aid of my coach, I've been able to find out some more useful stretches, and it's been paying off, so I'm glad about that. My drops were 147.5 kilos, 142.5 kilos, and finally 132.5 kilos in that order. It was pretty tough just because my body was really warm, the air conditioning wasn't on, and it's just a lot of time under tension. For bench, sorry, back to squat actually. There's a lot of technical things I want to focus on. Just kind of controlling the weight a lot better. Possibly using a higher bar placement on my back. But just kind of maintaining tightness all the way, I think, is one of my main goals. So hopefully over time it gets better. I think my second and third set was better in terms of these movements. So, gotta just take it set by set. I'm only going to be training 4 days a week still. Squatting 4 times, benching 4 times, and deadlifting twice. So in terms of overall frequency, not too high. Overall intensity, I would say it's higher than previous block, just because I'm hitting top set singles. I think it's pretty good in terms of building skill. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, squat is on the up and up. So hopefully in the subsequent blocks and the subsequent weeks, I'll see some heavier weight on the bar. So here's my last set, 132.5 for 8. It was pretty shitty because I had my Fitbit in my tights over there, and it was pinching on my belt. So this entire set was just brutal in terms of pain. But it's the way she goes sometimes. But yeah, that was squats for today. I have some heavier squats going on Friday, so excited about that. Back is pretty much good for squat, and I'll talk about my other lifts in a bit. But yeah, squat overall more or less successful, more work to do, but yeah, that was good. So moving on to bench, I had actually the same variation, except it was for bench, obviously. So 3 count descent, 2 count pause, and then finish the lift. Except for bench, I had to actually do a soft touch. So there's a lot of time under tension for that too. I hit a top single at 143 kilos, or 3 plates. I think that's like 20 pounds more than last week. Since my back was a little messed up last week, it was a lot easier to do today. My drops again was starting at 120, and I ended at 115. So I did 120 for 4, 117.5 for 4, and then 4 sets of 4 at 115. I think it was better than last week, so I think I'm progressing with this movement. It just sucks. Not good at them. And I'm going to briefly talk about my deadlifts, because there's really not much else to say about my bench. Deadlift seems to be the only lift right now that is aggravating my back well, relative to the bench and squat the most. So I was being a lot more careful with deadlift today. I had, similar to last week, a 2 count pause 1 inch off the floor. I have issues with my tightness and my upper back, I think. So I think because of those weaknesses, it puts me in a more risky place when it comes to executing this one particular variation. So I ended with a top single at 205 kilos, which was actually 32.5 kilos less than what I did last week, because last week I did 237.5. But I felt my back kind of, like, I knew if I went heavier, it was just a little too risky, so I called it at 205. And then I hit some drops at 150 and 145. I did, I believe, 3 sets of 6 at 150 and a set of 6 at 145. I noticed that I didn't really lock my hips through and my shoulders through, so I gotta fix that. But yeah, that was today's workout. Nothing too crazy, just a lot of work, and I kind of like that, actually. Just getting through the lifts. Like, I really love training, so just being there all day is fun. So yeah, that's what I like to do. But for now, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the video. Cheers.